Floyd Mayweather Jr., a name synonymous with boxing excellence and extravagant wealth, has long been a polarizing figure in both sports and popular culture. His unparalleled success in the ring, coupled with his flamboyant displays of riches, has made him a magnet for admiration, envy, and scrutiny. However, recent allegations have cast a shadow over his carefully curated image, with lawsuits and investigations questioning the legitimacy of his financial dealings. From a $400 million real estate deal shrouded in ambiguity to a $42 million fraud scheme tied to cryptocurrency promotions, Mayweather's business ventures have sparked debates about his integrity and the true extent of his wealth. This narrative, woven with insights from commentators like Joe Rogan and reports from investigative outlets, explores Mayweather's boxing legacy, his controversial persona, and the murky waters of his financial empire. Mayweather's boxing career is a testament to discipline, adaptability, and technical mastery. Emerging as Pretty Boy Floyd in the late 1990s, he dazzled opponents with his speed, precision, and offensive flair. Joe Rogan, a prominent voice in combat sports, has often highlighted this early phase, noting Mayweather's ability to overwhelm adversaries with rapid combinations while avoiding significant damage. His defensive prowess, even in these formative years, set him apart, allowing him to dominate fights with a blend of aggression and finesse. As his career progressed, Mayweather underwent a transformation, adopting the money persona that would define his later years. This shift, as Rogan has observed, marked a pivot toward a more defensive, strategic approach. Mayweather became a master of minimizing damage, controlling the pace of fights, and outmaneuvering even the most formidable opponents. His footwork, timing, and ring intelligence were unparalleled, enabling him to shut down world-class fighters like Canelo Alvarez and Manny Pacquiao with surgical precision. Rogan's analysis underscores Mayweather's evolution into a defensive wizard, a fighter who redefined the art of boxing by prioritizing evasion and counterpunching. Unlike the destructive ferocity of a Mike Tyson or the charismatic bravado of a Muhammad Ali, Mayweather's style was calculated and cerebral. He stood in the pocket, daring opponents to hit him, yet consistently made them miss. Rogan has argued that this ability to hit and not get hit makes Mayweather the greatest boxer of all time, a claim bolstered by his undefeated 50-0 record and victories over elite competitors. However, not everyone agrees. Critics, including some of Rogan's podcast guests, contend that Mayweather's selective matchmaking, avoiding certain fighters like Winky Wright or Gennady Golovkin in their primes, undermines his claim to the throne. Others argue that his defensive style, while effective, lacks the crowd-pleasing flair of an Ali or the raw power of a Tyson. Yet, even detractors acknowledge Mayweather's jaw-dropping greatness, a product of relentless discipline and an unmatched competitive drive instilled by his father and uncle, both of whom were steeped in the sport. Beyond the ring, Mayweather's persona as a larger-than-life mogul has fueled both fascination and disdain. His public displays of wealth, million-dollar watches, private jets, and stacks of cash, are a cornerstone of his brand. Rogan has suggested that this ostentatiousness is deliberate, designed to provoke envy and draw attention. "They like watching him fight because they hate him," Rogan remarked, noting that Mayweather's brashness creates a unique dynamic where fans tune in hoping to see him lose, only to witness his inevitable triumph. This calculated image has made Mayweather a cultural phenomenon, but it has also invited skepticism about the authenticity of his wealth. Claims of earning $300 million a month through real estate investments, for instance, have been met with disbelief by financial experts. Such figures, equating to $3.6 billion annually, dwarf the earnings of billionaires like Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, prompting questions about whether Mayweather's boasts are exaggerated to maintain his image as a financial titan. The $400 million real estate deal in New York City, touted by Mayweather on social media, is a prime example of the ambiguity surrounding his financial ventures. In a video posted on Instagram, Mayweather claimed to have purchased 62 apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan, asserting sole ownership without partners. The announcement, accompanied by images of a few properties, was presented as a testament to his business acumen and an invitation for others to emulate his success. However, a Business Insider investigation cast doubt on the deal, finding no evidence of a sale or transfer of ownership. The properties, part of a portfolio managed by Black Spruce, remained under their original ownership, and no record supported Mayweather's claims. A member of his team later attempted to clarify, suggesting that Mayweather owned shares in the portfolio rather than the buildings outright, but this explanation only deepened the confusion. The absence of involvement from the NYC Housing Partnership, a key player in affordable housing transactions, further undermined the narrative, as such deals typically require their oversight to secure tax breaks and grants. This discrepancy highlights a recurring theme in Mayweather's post-boxing career: the tension between his public persona and verifiable reality. While his boxing achievements are indisputable, his financial dealings often lack transparency. The real estate saga echoes earlier controversies, such as his involvement in a $42 million fraud scheme tied to Ethereum Max, a cryptocurrency promoted by Mayweather and other celebrities like Kim Kardashian. The lawsuit alleges that Mayweather orchestrated a pump-and-dump scam, hyping the coin to inflate its value before investors were left with worthless assets. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission previously charged Mayweather for unlawfully promoting securities, resulting in a $614,775 penalty, while the founders of Centray Tech, another crypto venture he endorsed, were sentenced for fraud. These incidents raise ethical questions about Mayweather's role in leveraging his fame to endorse questionable ventures, even as defenders argue that celebrities are merely paid promoters, not responsible for the underlying integrity of the products they advertise. Mayweather's influence extends beyond financial controversies, as evidenced by his ability to bend the rules of boxing itself. During an exhibition bout against John Gotti III in Mexico City, Mayweather made headlines by replacing the referee mid-fight after a disputed call. The original referee warned Mayweather for an alleged illegal hit, prompting him to push the official and demand a new one. A replacement was promptly brought in, and Mayweather was unofficially declared the winner. Rogan recounted this incident with a mix of amusement and awe, emphasizing that only someone of Mayweather's stature could wield such power in the ring. This moment, like many in his career, underscores the extent to which Mayweather's wealth and fame afford him unparalleled control, both in and out of boxing. Joe Rogan's commentary provides a nuanced perspective on Mayweather's legacy, balancing admiration for his skills with acknowledgement of his flaws. Rogan marvels at Mayweather's discipline, recounting anecdotes of him jogging home from nightclubs in Las Vegas while sipping water, a testament to his unwavering commitment to fitness. Yet, he also recognizes the polarizing nature of Mayweather's persona, noting that his flaunting of wealth and dismissive attitude toward critics alienate many fans. Rogan contrasts Mayweather with figures like Muhammad Ali, whose greatness was defined not only by skill but by cultural impact and universal acceptance. Mayweather, by contrast, thrives on being a villain, a role that has fueled his success but limited his broader appeal. As Rogan puts it, greatness is being accepted by the people, a standard Mayweather struggles to meet outside his core fanbase. The allegations of fraud and misrepresentation also point to a broader critique of Mayweather's influence. Commentators have noted that his blueprint, projecting an image of untouchable wealth and invincibility, has inspired a generation of athletes and influencers to prioritize flash over substance. This Floyd effect, as some call it, has led to a culture of performative opulence, where appearances often outshine reality. While Mayweather's defenders argue that his success is a product of smart branding and relentless hustle, critics contend that his questionable financial dealings erode the credibility of his achievements. The $400 million real estate claim, for instance, may have been a publicity stunt to reinforce his mogul persona, but its unraveling has fueled skepticism about the true scale of his wealth. Mayweather's boxing exhibitions, such as his fight against YouTube star Logan Paul, further blur the line between sport and spectacle. Rogan described the bout as a surreal clash, with Mayweather's technical brilliance on display despite the vast size difference. The fight, while a financial windfall, exemplified Mayweather's ability to monetize his fame in unconventional ways, even as it drew criticism for diluting the purity of boxing. Similarly, his exhibitions against lesser opponents like Gotti III keep him in the spotlight, but they also highlight the performative nature of his post-retirement career. These events, while lucrative, reinforce the perception that Mayweather is more focused on maintaining his brand than adding to his sporting legacy. The scrutiny surrounding Mayweather's financial dealings has intensified in recent years, with investigative reports like those from Contact 5's Katie Legrone exposing the mechanics of alleged scams tied to his name. 2 years after Legrone's initial report, the $400 million real estate controversy emerged, raising questions about why such schemes persist without accountability. The lack of effort to identify victims or perpetrators, as Legrone noted, points to a systemic issue in how celebrity-driven fraud is addressed. Mayweather's ability to weather these controversies, much like his ability to evade punches in the ring, speaks to his resilience and the enduring power of his brand. Yet, it also invites reflection on the cost of such invincibility, both for Mayweather and the public that consumes his image. In the end, Floyd Mayweather's story is one of contradictions, a boxing genius whose technical mastery is matched by a penchant for controversy, a self-made mogul whose wealth is both real and performative, a cultural icon who inspires both awe and resentment. Joe Rogan's insights capture this duality, celebrating Mayweather's unparalleled skill while grappling with the complexities of his persona. The allegations of fraud, from cryptocurrency scams to dubious real estate deals, may never fully tarnish Mayweather's legacy, but they serve as a reminder that even the most untouchable figures are not immune to scrutiny. As Mayweather continues to navigate the intersection of fame, wealth, and influence, his story remains a compelling study in the price of greatness and the allure of the unattainable.